What if Sokka and the spirit Tong had fused to create the wise avatar? We all know through the franchise and the novels that humans and spirits can fuse together to become something much more powerful. So what would a Sokka and Tong fusion be like? Well, first off, I feel it would be perfectly balanced because Tong and Sokka as individuals are pretty much alike. They can be arrogant at times and sometimes be humbled at times, admitting to not knowing things that make them look, ignorant. But they're always learning and they use that knowledge to shape who they become. And it's true, Tong has a disdain for humans, similar to how Sokka once had a disdain for the Fire Nation. So I pose, why not put this fusion in an alternate universe? Example, what if Sokka and his sister Katara never found Aang? Instead, some Fire Nation soldiers, low on supplies on their boat, would sail by their village and raid it, pushing around the so-called warriors who are unable to do anything against their firebending. It would trigger Katara's PTSD on what happened to her mother and cause her to waterbend to try and save her people. But with being an amateur with it, she would easily be defeated and captured, prompting Sokka to travel the world to try and find his sister to bring her back. This would lead him into finding out about Tong's library and realize the secret to not just freeing his sister but defeating the overall Fire Nation would be there. So after a couple of months, he manages to find it and enter it, where he finds out about the solar eclipse that's going to be happening, the one time where all firebenders lose their bending. Realizing if all the remaining nations attack on this day, then all the Fire Nation will be defeated. But he comes face to face with the spirit Tong, the one who knows 10,000 things, who is sick and tired of humans abusing his knowledge for warfare and is going to slay Sokka where he stands, until Sokka poses a Pai Sho game with a spirit contract where the loser gets absorbed into the winner. And the only reason Tong agrees to this is because Sokka tricks him into thinking he knows where the avatar is hidden, with Tong arrogantly thinking he's going to win. But thanks to the secret Pai Sho techniques he learned in the library that were done by Avatar Kuruk and the false Avatar Yun, absorbing the spirit Tong within his being, Sokka becomes the new avatar of wisdom, gaining a face design similar to his Water Tribe war paint. Sokka, now as the wise avatar, gains all the power and resources Tong once held, like the loyalty and aid of his truth seekers, who are dog-like spirits who are tasked with gaining information from around the world. I could see Sokka using them to gain strategic intel on the Fire Nation, or viciously attack soldiers like attack hounds. I could also see in his own version of the Avatar state, Sokka sprouting out wings to be able to fly and gain aerial advantage against his enemies, along with gaining Tong's 10,000 pieces of information. You gotta know that some of that information will be how to fight with various weapons or how to chi block to take away bending from people, allowing Sokka, who originally had no powers, to become one of the strongest and wisest avatars. That's why he's the wise avatar. For more human spirit fusions, like, share, subscribe, and follow.